Alright, so let's continue. So before we actually continue to change another sort of tile, let me introduce you guys a new way of doing things. Okay, so we got the basic functionality of Unity, but Unity have some sort of plugin or package that you can use that to enhance the original functionality of it. And I'm using the Unity 2021. If you were using the latest version, you should already include this functionality. But if you prefer use the previous version of Unity, you might in order to follow exactly what I do, you might need to install that. So let me show you how. Okay, so in later video, we're going to do this a lot because we're going to add more functionality and install more packages rather than this sort of default skeleton of the gaming engine. Okay, so you can go to help and you can search package manager. Okay, and you can see package manager is here, window and package manager. So if you click it, you can get it, all this package. And remember, we got a package unit registry and in my project or my asset or building. Okay, so you can search Unity registry. This will got a whole registry of the supported packages. And of course, you can go to in project. So this is packages that your project is using right now. Okay, so I think we sort of just install this to the extra defaults. Okay, include. We got 2D animation, sprite, and I tend to just make it bigger. Okay, so we got 2D tile map edited and 2D tile map extra. So yeah, previously if you're using say a 2020 or 2019 or 18, especially 18, I think you do not include that by default. So remember, when you create this project, you choose 2D game. Okay, so automatic included using the latest version. But if you use the previous version, you might not include that, so you need to install that manually. And so basically you just need to search it. Okay, so you need to search 2D, something like that, and you think we got a package that you want to install, and then you can just install that. Okay, you can unlock and install that. So yeah, since I already installed that, but I'm going to continue. If you haven't installed that, you just follow the previous demonstration that you install that, and then you can follow my action. Okay. All right. So once you're ready, you can add that here. So if you got this sprite and you just got a pretty messy slice up, you can just click here and you can just change that from expanded to this folded, organized way. This way you can do it more efficiently. And let me right click it and we can create new tiles. Okay, so create, and I think we got tiles. Let me find the tiles. Okay. Oh, strange. Yeah, 2D, sorry. And we got the tile, we got sprite, we got tiles, we got tile palette. Okay, and this part, this tile, is the sort of extra that we just enable this package. Okay, and inside we got animate tiles, we got rule tiles, all sort of good things. Let's just start with the rule tile. Animated tiles are pretty interesting. We will come to that later on. But now let's just stick with the rule tile. So after you have done that, you got a new rule tile. This will be a asset. Okay, so if you this is a sort of old habit of me, is that I need to know what is it. Okay, so you click it, you can say this as asset sprite new rule type or asset. So it's sort of an asset. So after you have created it, for now it's just a assets. It's like a skeleton. Okay, there's nothing in it. So what I'm going to do is to add something in it. Of course, even though this is a funny thing. Okay, so even though they got nothing in it, you can actually change it. Okay, so this is like a placeholder. Let me you can of course create a new tile map, but I think that's too cumbersome. Let me just click and drag it here. Okay, I can place it in any place, so let me just place it here, and for now you got nothing in it. Okay, so the reason you got nothing in it is that we got a default sprite of none, which means that you haven't got any of the sprite field is the void skeleton. So what I'm going to do is to click and drag something here. So maybe got something like this. I think this is pretty good. So click and drag. So pop is already here. Let me scroll in. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. And yeah, I think the size of this is a little bit small. And of course you can change the pixel size. Okay, you can get 160, something like that. Let me look at here. A 100, that will be pretty small, and the size is pretty big because it's the pixel. Okay, so but at the right side is pretty good. The left side is not so good. So 150 it is. All right. So yeah, remember this part is a rule based tile. So you got this sort of default image like this, but that's not enough because you haven't set the rule yet. So let's add some rule to this tile. Right, for now we haven't added any rules yet, so let's add that. And adding the rule is pretty simple. You just select. Remember, we got this new rule tile here. Let me just collapse everything else. You click here, and you can add rules. For now, the rules are empty. Okay, so number of tiling rules is 0. Of course, you can add that to it. So let me choose add to the list, and then you add a sort of a game object like slot to it. So essentially you're going to add a certain thing, and this thing will sort of automatically generate if you conform to a certain rule. So let's just try this out. Let me just give you demonstration of how things are done. Let me give you someone like this. Okay, I think this looks pretty good. And so what I'm going to do is to, yeah, where's the previous one? Let me just click here. Remember, if you move it, you sort of need to click and drag rather than just click it, because you click it, you look at the inspector, you just look at a different thing. Let me get this one. I think this one looks pretty interesting, so let me just click and drag it here. Okay, so for now it's just completely this thing. If you choose this raw tile and you want to paint on it, everything will be like this, but clearly that's not what we want. Okay, so what I'm going to do is to add some constraints to it. So right here we can add constraints. So I'm going to say top, bottom, left and right. So once you got that, everything will be say if I paint like this, it will automatically generate pretty strange. Let me choose that again. Alright guys, I think I get a hang of it. So it's sort of a work in a reversed way. So let me give you an example. Let me just got it here. Maybe adding a balloon to our cat. So essentially, they're doing it in a reversed way. So you first need to paint the area of a choice. Okay, so let me get the rule based tile here. Maybe just put it in this place, and pretty strange. Or I think maybe I think I undo some of the steps. Okay, I think it's here. Okay, and yeah, let me undo everything. Okay, so scrap that. This will be our sprite, and we're going to write a area by using a drawing tool. Okay, first is that I'm not adding any constraint here, so it sort of work as a combined process. So say I'm going to draw a balloon here. So yeah, you got the idea. Okay, and if you look at the balloon, okay, it's the sort of like a repetition of something like this. But what if I change that a little bit? Okay, so I change that up, down, left, and right. So it sort of give you a feeling that this darker part got things combined together, and inside we got this. Okay, so if you think that's not so clear, you can do something like this. Okay, so when we actually do that again, you can get rid of the constraint. Okay, remember you need to click twice. Okay, so I'm going to get a enclosed area, something like that, and get everything filled up. Okay, so essentially what I'm doing is to make this hollow. Okay, so up, down, left, and right. Okay, so this is like a constraint added to the previous drawing that you have drawn. Okay, so yeah, you need to draw this thing first and then apply that, because I use different tools, so I mix it up with another. So yeah, but it's really quick for you to get a hang of, and of course you can edit it. Okay, so if you want to add that, you can just do that. Okay, so you can add things up, and of course you can add things up. You can add more volume to it. Will automatically fill in what is inside. Okay, so yeah, let me fill that the cat's eye. Okay, okay, so this is sort of like using the brush to apply the new rules to it, and gradually broaden this border. Of course, you can border like this, so it will just mix the outside parts together, and you get this feeling. Of course, I think I can border this part as well. Okay, so it's this sort of a rewrite there. Good, I think that's pretty good. And yeah, that's basically it. And that's basically how to use this rule-based tile system to automatically fill in things by applying the constraints up, down, left, and right. Okay.